Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
Welcome to today's installment of Bathrobe Moments. Before we get started, I just wanted to say this is the final show for the year 2021. It's been one heck of a year for all of us. And I just want to say before we get started, how wonderful it is to come here every day, Monday through Friday, and have the honor of spending an hour with all of you. It is the best part of my day, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So I just wanted to thank you for all the memories of 2021. And we can get started. Here's the last time you'll see this show opener. We'll come back in January with a brand new one. So here it is, and we salute you and all that you've done to make 2021 one of the greatest years ever.
Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How explicit do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. Shamelessly displaying my state of mind, but you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see what's yours for the taking tonight. Ooh, show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Can't you see it's way past time? How explicit do I have to be? And then I spell it out before you get it, baby. Show me your soul. And honey, I'll show you mine.
That's the last time we're going to see that show opener. What a great year. Welcome to today's installment. It's our final show of the year, 2021. And it's just you and I today. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So excited about 2022. How are you feeling about it? It's so much going on in the world. But you know what? No matter what, we always have things that we can be grateful for. It can always be worse. It can. And I'm just so proud of all of you for all that you've done to stay standing strong, for being purposeful in your journey, and for still being of service to others when so much is going on that a lot of us are tempted to just be me oriented. And that's what I love about you all, the Bathrobe Moments audience. You show up, you stand up, you show out, you pour into people. And oftentimes it's when you have very little to work from yourself. So I thank you all so much. So anyway, I am 93.6% finished with my Christmas shopping. And the reason I say that, because I have, making sure you know who isn't ear hustling upstairs, right? I have the big present, which comes from, I can't say it because he might watch it. Anyway, the big present still has to be picked up. It's being finished off. And other than that, some stocking stuffers. I'm excited to be finished. How are you? I've been asking you guys almost daily, where are you with your Christmas shopping? Are you almost done? I remember back in the day, I used to do all my Christmas shopping between 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. on Christmas Eve. I'm not kidding. I don't know what was on my mind back then, but that's what I would do when I lived out in Hollywood, California. I would go, and granted, most of the gifts would come from a drugstore. I'm not kidding. You know, here's some shampoo. Here's some cough drops, whatever. But that's how I used to do it back in my 20s and early 30s. So anyway, I am just about finished. Excited. Let me tell you what we're doing. Are you traveling? Are any of you traveling for the holidays? A lot of people are starting to fly out as early as even today, mostly tomorrow. People that are driving, I think, are leaving Thursday, some on Friday. Should be one of the biggest years as far as people on the road traveling, they say, starting Friday morning. So if you're traveling on the roads, you're driving, safe travels. Make sure that you have a lot of money for gas, because they say that the prices may go up again early Christmas Eve morning. We'll see about that. A lot going on in the world today, but it's the holiday, so we're going to stay on a happy note. Help me welcome to the show, as always, my sidekick. She's been here all 6 years. This is Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo, my Ed McMahon. You know why I went is because I am drinking some hazelnut coffee. Did you see I posted on my page, my personal page, that Carrie Murray Beavers, the founder and brainchild of Soldier Girl Coffee, sent me 3 bags of her wonderful coffee. Yesterday it came, and I made the hazelnut this morning, and I'm not kidding y'all. That coffee is awesome. I'm just going to say that's the only bag I've opened so far, but it tasted better than most of the hazelnut brands that I've gotten from the grocery store, and I mean that. So Carrie Murray Beavers, hats off to you. Girl, you are doing the dang thing. That's right, that Soldier Girl Coffee. Now remember, Carrie is a veteran, so you are supporting a veteran-owned business. Soldier Girl Coffee is Sherry McQueen in the house? Sherry, if you are, see if you can find Soldier Girl's Coffee, their website, and throw it in, would you please? Thank you. Because I'm telling you, I'm probably gonna, I don't know how much it retails for. Wait, my head's crooked. But I'm going to start buying it to support her. But it's doggone good. Yes, it is. Probably the best hazelnut coffee I've ever tasted. And that's a fact. Thank you, Carrie. What else? Oh. Tonight is the E360 TV mixer, where all the show hosts and stuff. I want to say something to you guys, too. There's a lot of you out there. Y'all need to quit playing and come on over to E360 and have a show. Why not? I don't know why you guys think this is so scary. I used to. Do you guys remember who was here? Raise your hand. Who was here all those years ago when I started and I didn't even have, this is the first phone stand I ever owned. I bought it because you guys told me quit holding the phone in my hand when I started Bathrobe Moments, because I was walking around. Everybody was getting seasick, vertigo from me just moving constantly. And you guys said you were tired of counting the nostril hairs up my nose because I had the phone I was in it, right? So anyway, again, once in a blue moon, those memories will pop up on Facebook. I don't reshare them for obvious reasons, but they do make me laugh. And it just makes me also very humbled and very grateful to you all for just sticking with me and lifting me up and encouraging me and helping me to find an E and an R so that I can get up every day and take great to greater, bright to brighter, strong to stronger, bold to bolder. So thank you all for that. That's the Bella Purpose. As always, it'll be here again next year. Don't you worry about that. As Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo will be. I'm headed to see that movie, by the way, over the holidays. I don't know. I'm mixed emotions about that. Nicole Kidman playing Lucy. Because I love me some Lucy. I really do. Let me show you how much. I have back here, I'm going to just grab them. I have back here, first of all, the official Lucille Ball autobiography. Yes, I do. And I also have, which I got last Christmas from my hubby wubby. Look at this, my collectible Lucy doll. Okay, yeah. So clearly, I love me some Lucy, right? And I met her a few weeks ago at the Wax Museum. This rope is so long. I met her at the Wax Museum out in Hollywood when I was there for the Heart of Hollywood cover shoot, which should be out in the next few days, I'm thinking. So here's something I wanted to do. We're going to take some peeks today, just a couple seconds from some shows I randomly pulled up, and we're just going to watch some of the shows from the last year. Just for some memories. Let me say hi to everybody first since we're here. Good morning, Brandy and Jamie, Lori Whitney, who is playing Lucille Ball in a movie. Where you been, girl? Nicole Kidman. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying. You know who? Let me tell you who should have played her. Are you ready for this? Okay, I don't know what her name is. Somebody tell me what her name is. But do you remember the girl? Do you remember what was that? Will and Grace. Remember the show Will and Grace? She played she played Grace. Yeah, that girl. They did an episode where they were Lucy and Ricky. And I said then, oh my goodness, if they ever make a movie about Lucy, I want her to play Lucy. She looked exactly like her and Deborah Messing. Yes. Thank you, Jamie. That's who I think should have played her. Ooh, now look at this. Jamie said Nicole Kidman is awful, whereas Lori Whitney said love Nicole. Okay. I want to know why you say she's awful, because that's what my husband Brian said. He cannot stand Nicole Kidman. I'm like, what did Nicole Kidman do to you? But in all fairness, Nicole Kidman, we were watching her. Oh, did you see Nicole Kidman? I think it's Netflix, but it's a cable show about those people who were going to a rehab place for centering and stuff. And she was giving them like mescaline and stuff like that. Now she played, I almost cussed. She played the crap out of that role. So I like her. You either love her in something or you can't stand her. Right? I know one thing. She's married to that cute ass country singer, Urban. Is it Keith Urban? Right? She did something right. So there that is. I'm just saying he is cute. And for his age. Sharon McQueen says she sees it. I'm assuming you mean you can see Deborah Messing playing that role. Great. Jamie, stop now. Quit picking up. Jamie, be nice. She said Nicole Kidman cannot act and her face looks plastic. Girl. Maybe she's had some plastic surgery. Has she? Good morning, Yolanda Riley. Where you been? The aliens finally brought you back to Earth? I was wondering. I love Yolanda Riley. And how's Cedric doing? Tell him I said happy holidays with all them little girls. Boy, Yolanda Riley should be Mother of the Year, y'all. Deborah Messing, you're right. She is goofy, and she would have made a great Lucy. I don't know why they didn't give her a chance. Now, what is this? Lori Whitney. What Lori says, I was grateful to make $100 yesterday washing windows to help critters in need. Merry Christmas, critters. Lots of kitty food for critter. You love that word, critters. In need of help and planning on trapping 3 more. Trapping them to get spayed and neutered and cared for through the winter. Aw, this makes 15. Aw, that received a blessing. Yay, Lori, that is one. Tell us more about that. Thank you, Sherry. There it is, Soldier Girl Coffee on my Shopify. Yes, indeedy. Said the greedy, which is me when it comes to Soldier Girl coffee. That stuff was so good. Brandy says, morning, y'all. And speaking of critters, let me see. Where is it? What? Wait a minute. Okay. You know I don't like clicking around. Yeah, just there he is. What in tarnation happened to the weekend? Jay Clampett. I played him because Granny used to always talk about the critters. Remember? What was her name? Ellie Mae. All she did was have critters. Did I tell you guys I went to Ellie Mae's house in real life? Yes. Wait a minute. Let me tell you about this. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona. This is back in the 80s. It was the most ironic thing ever because I promise you, I went to a mixer in Beverly Hills. I'll never forget it. It was on a Friday at Martin Kenneth Galleries, an art gallery on Rodeo Drive. I went there because a friend of mine worked there and said, come to this thing. We're trying to fill the room. So I went, and guess who I met? Buddy Epson. Tall as I can't get over. He was like, looked like he was 300 feet tall, but he was so skinny, and he had an oxygen tank. So he had the things going up his nose and stuff. The very next day, someone calls me and says, hey, do you want to go to a Bible study? I was wild and crazy back then, y'all. I was living in Hollywood, what you expect. But I said, okay. No, I didn't. I lied. Wait a minute. Let me get that off the screen. What? Okay, comments. That's what it is. Okay. So anyway, I see. I got it there. Okay. So they said, you want to go to Bible study? I was like, no, I don't think so. And then they go, well, it's at Donna Dixon's house. I was like, why does that name sound familiar? They said, she played Ellie Mae Clampett. I was like, for real? So, okay, I'm going. I go. Well, first of all, not that there's anything wrong with double wide trailers. Mobile homes. Because, I mean, there's nothing wrong with those. Trust me, I'm not all that. But that's where she lived. We got there. But here's the thing. I promise you this is the truth. Donna, if you're out there listening, which I highly doubt, but you remember, maybe you don't, but I do. She answered the door dressed as Ellie Mae. Had on that red and white gingham thing, had it tied, had the jeans with the rope belt, all of it. The hair, Ellie Mae. But she was like 60 years old. Alexa, how old is Donna Dixon?
Donna Dixon is 64 years old.
Okay, she couldn't have been 60. Well, how does she... Wait a minute. Alexa, who played Ellie Mae Clampett?
Ellie Clampett was played by Donna Douglas.
Donna Douglas. I was going to say it couldn't have been Donna Dixon. Okay, Alexa, how old is Donna Douglas? Who's Donna Dixon?
Donna Douglas died on January 1st, 2015 at the age of 82.
Okay, that's about right then. Yes. Oh, I didn't know Ellie Mae died. Did y'all? Oh, God rest her soul. Well, hopefully she went to heaven because she was a believer. I'm gonna tell you that. Yeah. Aw. His buddy. That means Buddy Epson's. Never mind. We're not gonna. That's a game that Brian and I. We don't. It's not a game, but we'll start asking questions about who died, and then next thing you know, 2 hours have gone by, and we're like got a list of people. Like, I didn't know. Just like when you watch the like the Grammys and stuff, and they show in how do you say that? In memoriam and whatever, and it's all those people, and you're like, I didn't know so and so, right? I wonder if we asked Alexa to name all the celebrities that passed away in 2021, if she would have a list. Is that too morbid to do on the last show? Yeah, but I want to know. Anyway, if you know of a celebrity that we may not know that passed away this year, I know this sounds. Please put it in the comments. Oh, Lori Whitney. Girl. She said she thinks that Nicole Kidman was good in Bewitched. Oh, I pointed back there because I watch Bewitched every day. Back there. For real. Look. I will get back to it. That's the news. Wait a minute. See? Wait. Oh, and there's all the stuff on the screen. Look, I'm going to just hit that. You guys probably can't even see it. But yeah, Being the Ricardos. They got a whole bunch of stuff right there, right? What? It only has 2 stars, and you can pay and watch it now on Amazon Prime. So let's see if we can watch the trailer, shall we? Okay, well, let me unmute. Did you guys know that's a real TV back then? Okay, here's the trailer. I ain't buying it.
Action. Lucy, I'm home.
He didn't sound like Ricky to me.
Why is this coming out now? Lucille Ball's a threat to the American way of life.
Does the FBI have any case against
Oh, did you know that they thought she was a communist?
I gotta explain where I was and where I wasn't.
Gotta explain.
You being funny with me?
I'm Lucille Ball. I'm being funny with folks. This is getting out of hand. Have you been cheating on me?
The story's made out.
If they boo me,
If they boo you, we're done.
sorry. I got lost for a second.
What do you think? She sound like Lucy? Okay. Wait.
I care about
You know what I'm waiting for, right? Dun, 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 dun.
I care about you.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. What?
We've been through worse than this.
We have.
No.
Okay, what's up with that? Well, there it is. There it is. Being the Ricardos. I'm gonna leave it up on the screen. I don't know. What do you guys think? No, I do not think she was fabulous. That's just my personal opinion. But did you know that Lucille Ball was a horrible smoker? Yes, constantly smoked her some cigarettes. Now, when she got older, you could kind of tell. We'd watch her on Johnny Carson and stuff. Who said be nice? Lori Whitney, be nice. We are be nice. I know. Jamie says, you, Jamie, girl, she doesn't look human or like herself. It's sad women do that. Do what? You think she's had some work? I don't. Tia. Hey, Tia, I'm planning on giving you a call today. Is that going to work? Great day, everyone. Have a blessed, amazing holiday season. Jeanette Ramos in the house. And Jeanette, who is one of my coaching clients, and also her wonderful son, Weekly Dose of Dano, Danny Echeverria. They're both coming here. They'll be here in our house this time next week. We're going to have a coaching party with all the local coachees, the LMH coaching rock stars right here at the house. And we're going to bring in the new year. We're having a New Year's Eve party right here, 1695 Smoky Court. If you're in the area, stop by. We love to have you. Let's see what else you guys are talking about. Oh, Jeanette says, good morning, beautiful people. Lori Whitney, working with Fieldhaven Feline Center, helping homeless cats in need of help. Oh, Weekly Dose. Dano's here. Hello, Dano. Yolanda says, hey, y'all, I've been working hard. I happen to have a standing meeting at 9 a.m. every day, and so it's been hard to join. Well, we miss you. Said and the kids are great. They will be traveling to her house for Christmas. I miss y'all. We miss you too, for real. Oh my goodness, Cedric, her adopted son, Cedric, used to coach with me. He's a great guy. And what's the name of Cedric's show? He has a show on E362. The Motivate, put it in the comments. You know I'm old. Can't even remember my name half the time. Lori says he did not sound like Ricky. I agree. He did not sound. Who do you think they should have got to play Ricky Ricardo? I don't know why that was so hard. Who would I have picked? I don't know. Brandy said, I don't know what that was for. Jamie, leave Nicole alone. Leave her alone now. I love you too, Jeanette. Thank you. Let's see. What else we got? We are what? I don't know what that is. What is this, Jeanette? Psyched. Girl, that's I ain't gonna say it. Let me hurry up and change it off the screen. Okay, all right, okay. And then, there we go. America's Next Motivator. Go to e360.com or download the E360 TV app and check out Cedric Riley's show, America's Next Motivator. It's a great show, and he's a great host. And he's a dad of how many little girls now and counting? My goodness. And put their ages in there, you guys, Yolanda. Lori Whitney says she's packing her bag. She wants to come taste some cooking. 4 girls. Lord Jesus. 4 girls. That's the equivalent of 8 boys. I don't care what anybody says. Girls. I have a sister that had 6 daughters. And she said that if she could do it over, she would have had 20 boys instead of having, look at that. The girls are 1, 2, 7, and 9. That baby's a year old already. Wow. John, that's who Brandy says, John, how you say his name? Him. He should have played Ricky Ricardo. I'm gonna have to pull him up and see if I agree with that. Okay, let's go. Let's take a look, you guys, at one of the things that happened in 2020. I bet y'all remember at the beginning of 2020, I was still doing Bathrobe Moments After Dark, which was the adult version. I wasn't drinking coffee. We were drinking booze. And I had some pretty risque topics and things. And look at this one. I hope this is the right one. I got 2 up. That's not the right one. I'm going to go back. Wait a minute. I'm going to pull that one up in a minute. But because that's a funny freeze. You'll see. Share the screen. I hate clicking all this stuff. I do. Okay, take a look at this. You guys remember these 2? Take a look at this one. Oh,
you know what? We almost missed the show, starting the show, because I was so into it. Girl, and da-da-da-da-da-da. It was so easy to talk to them. Just normal people.
What happened to my weave?
Wonderful people. You're going to have a great time tonight. Call somebody. Get them over here and let them know what
I got to get my weave. I got to find that weave.
You
I
all
miss that hair.
Some time back. And welcome to all of you out there. Look at you coming in. You guys are gorgeous. Michelle Marie. Is that a stage name? Did you give that name just because you knew they were going to be here? Love you, Michelle Marie, and everyone else, because there's too many of you for me to start naming you all along. Welcome to tonight's installment of Bathrobe Moments After Dark. Charlie, and
first of all, before I go on, what is it about me when I put on that Versace robe? You talk about men in film. Man, why didn't somebody tell me, Lauren, you know you being pretty queenie? Clearly. I got to watch that.
Rose from AGT fame, and not just that, if you were in
remember
Vegas,
them
a while back during the Legends run.
Watch this.
You would have seen them there. And all over the place. They've been on the big screen. Just walking down the street. Rose told me she lives right down the street from Netflix. We're going to talk about that tonight too. But you saw the promo. I showed it on the way in. And I'm just going to say, I know they're here because all my neighbors out front with all these casseroles and things trying to get on their good side. I told them, stay in your houses.
That's true. My neighbors were so excited about these 2 guests.
Absolutely not. So guess what? We're just going to get them in here. Can you go out there and pry them out of the hands of the neighbors, please?
I know you guys are going to remember them. One of my favorite shows of the year.
Hi, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren. Oh, we're on.
Isn't this fun?
Oh, it's so much fun.
Oh, right.
I love
Rose
y'all
and
had
Charlie.
kids.
Oh my God. Hi, that's your son?
Princess.
Oh, that's a girl.
Woohoo!
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, why do I detect a return to AGT with your princess?
Huh?
We'll think about that.
Well, I know you guys aren't going to miss an opportunity. And what an opportunity you're giving us tonight. I can't thank you enough. It's like so exciting. I was telling you in the green room how people were approaching me and saying, is it true? Is it true? It's like, oh my God, I'd have done this a long time ago if I'd have known all this was going to happen. I am so thrilled to have you both here. You look even better in real life than you did on the show, which is great. You haven't aged a day. How do you do it?
Thank you so much, Lauren.
You're welcome.
And I guess it's just good genetics. What do you think, baby?
We improve with age.
Yeah, we improve with age.
Yes, you do. And I noticed when I saw you in the green room, I don't remember that flower. But you know what? Someone, I have an insider at AGT, and they warned me about you and your ability to upstage everyone, Rose. So you know what? I'm ready for you.
Oh, all right.
I wasn't playing with her.
I'm missing an eye now. Wait.
Oh.
Okay. So, ooh.
Now, this flower represents my Hawaiian heritage.
I know. I have a good friend, Chuck Princeton and Mapawana, who are from over there.
Okay.
I can't make it work. I can't do you, Rose. You're too much.
Ooh.
It's not going to work. How do you do
That
it?
was fabulous.
Okay, thanks. I'm going to leave it in.
Okay.
Thank you. Thanks.
So do you guys remember them from AGT, Charlie and Rose, and she would do the go-go dancing? What a wonderful couple. And they were part of a residency in Las Vegas. And what was really interesting about that show was afterwards just getting all the inside scoop about what happens behind the scenes at AGT. You know, all the people that you see, according to Charles and Rose, all the people that you actually see on the show, that they have stuff that happens from that for years as a result of being on there just for even one time. As long as you make it to the stage, you got a whole bunch of opportunity in front of you. So, yeah, Rose and Charlie. Lori Whitney says she's hooked on Bathrobe Moments. Thank you. Me too. So that was another one. This next little clip was from, what is his name? I really like this guy. Even though I can't remember his name, he was a pilot. And what I liked about it was he was the best pretend like you're frozen moment that I can remember. Take a look. I'm going to show you. Watch this. Tell me something. Here we go. Which one is it? Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Here we go. Let's take a look.
One thing was off and threw everything else off, and it's you take this.
Guy Birlardo. That's
all of a sudden, I'm like, well, I got 6 different things they want me to know. So I stopped, backed up, turned around, and started seeking alternative options, like holistic. And so that's why this is very interesting to me. So we're going to come back to that and talk about it again after a little bit. But before we do, is it okay if we talk about your book for a minute?
Absolutely.
Because I mean, it's a real book too.
I love talking about
I read that
book.
whole book. It's really good.
I mean, I would too if I sat down. How long did it take you to write this Joker?
It was a year from the time I committed to doing it. And I started writing the very first words to.
He was a pilot for, I think, Continental.
It was a year.
Well, I must just say, and it's not to take anything from anybody, but this is very when it came, I was like, wow, and because nowadays somebody will tell you they got a book and you order it. This happened to me 2 weeks ago. No, I was gonna say no shit, so I'm gonna just say it. There it is. No shit. The book came 21 pages.
Yep.
I said they should put this on Amazon as a pamphlet, a brochure.
I bought a book and it was $12.
To me, make a book. And the letters looked like they were as big as Dr. Seuss.
I paid $30 for a book like that just recently.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you got to turn everything, especially because you're not going where you can pick things up and see them. It looks all good. That's the thing with that internet shopping and stuff. I'm a touch, feel, try it on, look at it, read the dust cover kind of person. So this is, again, tying into seeing the forest, differentiating the forest from the trees, ascertaining what's right and what isn't for you.
I don't know what I thought was so clever and funny about that one. But that little memory about that book was good. Yes, I'll never forget that. You should have seen 2 things happened to me that year that shocked me that happened through the mail. The first thing was that book. I'm not kidding you. 21 pages, and the letters, they were like the letters in a Dr. Seuss book, like 6 words on a page. I couldn't believe it. I was like, do I get my money back? Right? And the other thing was I bought a sport coat, a jacket, a dress coat. It took 5 months to come. You know where from? China. I'm just saying. And when it got here, it was in a DHL thing. Now, I don't get much from DHL. It's usually Amazon, Amazon, and then UPS brings up. But this was a DHL package. And when it came, I'm kidding you not, it was probably the size of my book. It was like this size, right? And I was like, what is this? It's squishy, it's soft. What's in here? I promise you, I wish I'd have known because I would have taped it. I cut the gray little package, pulled it out. There was another little bag inside. I cut it. As soon as I pulled that thing out of that bag, it did like a raft. You know how on, in the olden day, I don't know if they still have them, where they showed on shows, they pull the cord and the raft blows up right there. In that envelope, there was a jacket, and then they gifted me a vest, a pocket square, and a bow tie. All of them in a package this big. I don't know how they did it, but they did. I'm telling you, those folks over there can really fold some stuff. It ain't just paper. So anyway, I got some more clips for you guys, but first, we're going to go to a break just for a minute or two. And I want you to pay close attention, you guys. It is almost time. When we come back in January, we're on the other side of, we're in 2022. And guess what happens in 2022? April 28th, you guys, everybody's getting excited. Everybody is coming back to Chicago for the Power of We Symposium. This is where we as influencers, impactors, people with a message, people that have lived through some shit and are here to tell about it, we all come together. We meet at the beautiful Stan Mansion in downtown Chicago, an area known as Logan Square. We meet there and we celebrate, uplift 250 inner city youth kids who come from schools all over the hardest hit areas of our city. And we pour into them. This will be the third one. The last time, the year before COVID in 2019, we were in Atlanta, Georgia at the Biltmore Ballrooms. Gwinnett County sent 250 of their middle schoolers, and we received 6 weeks later an award known as the GEM Jim Award from the United Nations for our work with our young people. So we're so proud and so honored to be back for our third Power of We Symposium, April 28th in Chicago. We want you there. Here's some more information. Write this down, powerofwesymposium.com. Get over, take a look at what we're doing, and tickets are on sale right now. We'll be back in just a moment. Wasn't that cute, that little Christmas snow globe guy? Listen, I want to put a plea out there, if I could, right now. A serious one. You saw, maybe you didn't, but inside of those clips, you can see the kids with the free swag. We put a swag bag on every one of the 250 seats for these kids. And inside the bags, I was not going to put like mugs and just things with brands on it. I wanted there to be content. I wanted it to be books or something where if a kid was alone and no one was there but them and they needed a word of encouragement, they could go to that bag and find something, whether it was a bracelet with an empowering saying on it or anything. And so everything in the swag bags for every Power of We so far, again this year, is through you all. So if you are an author or you know an author, if you have a book with your story in it, something that will empower a youth, please let us know if you would be willing to donate something for these swag bags. We had people who made bracelets by hand, groups of women we had one group of a book club in Nashua, New Hampshire, that has 25 elderly women. They're all over the age of 65 years old. And they each wrote a handwritten letter of encouragement for all 250 of our attendees and sent them. And some of them even smelled like grandma perfume where they'd sprayed. It was just beautiful. A couple of them crocheted little doilies that were inside with the cards. It was just a beautiful thing. And I know for a fact that two of those young people, two girls, are still pen pals with the women that gave them, their letter ended up inside of there, because some of them put their addresses in. And so it was just a beautiful thing. If you or someone would like to support the power of we and pour into these young people by donating a book or making something that is an empowering piece for a young person who, if you knew these stories of these kids, matter of fact, I think I should show it as we get out of here, because it's my biggest thing coming up next year. It is the most important thing in my world, besides my family and you all. And so I wanted to show you. Let me get it pulled up. I'm backstage doing that right now. But I want to show you. Let me see. Oh, I did the wrong thing. I mean, I know the easiest way to find it. I'm just going to go. Remember, Sherry, can you put the Power We website into the chat for everybody? You see, did you guys notice that there's a StreamYard link in the chat? If you want to come in and hang out with me the last few minutes, just click it. I'll see you come in, and you can come in and say hi to everybody on screen. So powerofwesymposium.com is where you can go to learn. You can see a lot of video there, testimonials from the schools that we've been to, what they have to say about the power. Matter of fact, maybe that's what I'll show today. Because I don't think I've ever shown you guys that. A little bit about what the people in Atlanta said about Power of We. That's great. Let's do that. Yay. I'm excited because I don't think I've shown you guys this. Let's take a look at this. I'm so proud. So proud. Here we go. Aw. Oh, I want them big. Okay.
Welcome to Summer Hour Middle School, where we are committed to creating a culture of excellence by working hard and being nice. The being nice part is what we really do focus on. I am Dorothy Parker Jarrett, proud principal of Summer Hour Middle School. This is my 10th year serving the teachers, the students, and the community here in Norcross, Georgia. It has been my pleasure to ensure that our students come to school and receive a high level of education and extended learning opportunities to help them to grow and develop as they are becoming productive citizens of the world. And part of that is Lauren Michaels Harris, the Power of We Symposium. He brought to our students an opportunity to experience something that they never would have had the experience or the opportunity to experience. So please join me as we talk a little bit more about this incredible Power of We Symposium that Lauren Michaels Harris brought to Summer Hour Middle School and Gwinnett County Public Schools this past May. Well, that Lauren Michaels Harris guy, he's pretty awesome and very convincing. I had an opportunity to hear him speak for the chamber here in the Gwinnett County area, and his message of overcoming adversity and the impact that he had on so many young people's lives. I, being principal of a middle school that is approximately 90% free and reduced lunch, which is a high indicator of poverty, I work with lots of students who have lots of adversity in their lives that they must overcome. And after hearing Lauren speak and looking him up, just making sure he was who he said he was, and he indeed was that and more,
I just was compelled to look at that Chicago symposium that he had recently completed, and it was just very clear to me that this was something that would really benefit the young folks right here in Gwinnett County. And Lauren and I started talking about it. So it was truly, I was compelled by the work that Lauren had done in the past, and I was able to look at some testimonials of how much of an impact it had on the young people that he had had the symposium for in Chicago. So one of the things that we did was to share with them some clips from the previous symposium that was done in Chicago. We also showed them some clips of Lauren Michaels Harris speaking to audiences and some of the other speakers that had been involved in Chicago. With that being said, we then shared with them the speakers who were going to be coming to Atlanta, gave them some clips on some speaking that they had done, and it really helped the kids to get focused in on just how powerful of an event they were going to have. Now, let me just be perfectly honest. It certainly didn't hurt that they were going to be riding to this event in luxury buses, and it certainly didn't hurt that they were going to be going to the Biltmore, which none of them have ever been to before. And it certainly didn't hurt that we informed them that they would be receiving a catered lunch as well. So all of these things kind of help to excite the kids about this extended learning opportunity. We here at Summer Hour, we prefer to talk about extended learning opportunities as opposed to field trips. This indeed was an extended learning opportunity for them to see other people who had overcome adversities and to experience something that they had never experienced before. So it truly was fun getting them excited about what to expect attending this Atlanta symposium. Well, first of all, I was very excited about that topic, how I plan to change the world, because when we can get our students at an early age thinking about others and how they can do something that's impactful, that is always a great win. So through our English language arts classes, the teachers had the students do a gallery walk. And what that means is throughout the room, there are stories of young people who have made a difference in the world. Young people like Anne Frank, like Malala, who was an advocate for female education, a Pakistania, and she was the youngest Nobel Prize winner. Also people like Ruby Bridges, who was the catalyst for desegregating the schools in New Orleans. And then of course, Boyan Slat, who's a Dutch inventor, young guy. So they had an opportunity to immerse themselves in learning about other young people throughout the world who had done things to make a difference. So once they did that gallery walk to activate their knowledge about other young folks who had made a difference in the world, they then were giving a prompt to write how they plan to change the world. So we got them really excited about these other young people, and then they wanted to talk about how they could change the world. The one that resonated with me the most was Misty Lane. Misty was a beauty queen who got caught up in a life of cocaine addiction. And the journey that she went through was incredible. I could relate to it because of my first career being in the music industry. And I was the advertising director, and I worked so much with these young stars who got a lot of money and then got into the wrong kind of crowd. And it just can happen so quickly.
She worked for Motown Records,
trying to help people to get back on track. And to see Misty and the journey that she had with this addiction, the kids were just mesmerized with her story. And to top it off, her son, who was very much the age or just a little bit older than these middle schoolers, spoke about his experience being the son of an addicted mother. Many of my students could relate to that as they do have issues in their lives as well that they're dealing with. And this kind of brought it home to me on just how powerful this symposium was for my 250 middle schoolers. Well, you know, earlier I said the most memorable moment for me was Miss Delane's whole story. I think this Melanie Ramos in the investor part is just equally as memorable because it was something that was an immediate response to a great idea, and it was like the stars were aligned, and then Melanie read her essay, and here is this investor who hears her essay and understands the importance of what she is trying to do in terms of changing the world. For her to immediately have someone who is in a position to support her idea, it was just powerful. And I mean, I don't know, Lauren is talking on a radio show about the essays, and there's someone who hears him on the radio show and hears something about this essay that this student wrote, and they are inspired to invest in making it happen. That's powerful. So, words of encouragement for any other school district that might be interested in inviting the Power of We in. I say just make sure that you start that planning early. And I know for us here in Gwinnett County, the months of April and May there's so much standardized testing that it's very difficult to find a time when kids aren't either preparing for an assessment or just taking.
Okay, there. I was muted. Listen, I wanted to pop out of there. If you want to see the rest of it, please go to powerofwesymposium.com. You'll find that testimonial from Dorothy Jarrett, the principal of Gwinnett County Middle School. She is now the principal of the largest high school in Atlanta and has invited us back next time we get out of the Chicago area to come back to Atlanta for the older kids. I just want to say something about Melanie Ramos, you guys. Yes, let me tell you how purpose is. I was on a radio show, an AM radio show, and a talk radio show, and the gentleman who was waiting to come on out in the lobby was this venture capitalist. And, you know, they play it over the speakers, of course. And he heard me talking about Melanie Ramos's essay. Now, when I put that into the mix, because we didn't have that in Chicago the first year, I wanted an incentive to get the kids excited early. And so that was when I said, okay, let's do this. I want to hear what these kids say they're going to do to change this world. So there was everything from like the third place person who was about how to grow meat so we don't have to keep killing animals and all this stuff. It was just amazing what these kids came up with. But Melanie Ramos, who won the competition, her idea, listen to this. She said and this is an 8th grader who was writing a 500-word essay in her bedroom, just a couple weeks before the symposium. And she wrote that she had an idea of, you know how you use your thumbprint or your finger to unlock your phone. Well, she said, I've done the research, and a retinal scan is 99.99% accurate in detecting the true age of a person. So my idea is to get this incorporated, just like a fingerprint to open your phone, but to gain access into a kid-friendly site. So if a person is a predator and is really 50, 60, whatever, anything over 18, and they submit to the retinal scan from their phone's camera or their desktop or laptop camera, this retinal scan will automatically go to the authorities if a person is not who they say they are. And anyway, long story short, it just so happened that this investor had a missing niece who had been abducted and they were still searching for this niece. I think she was 7 years old. And so, of course, Melanie's idea resonated with him. He told me, gave me his card and said, I'm going to call you as soon as I get off the air. He did. The Power of We Symposium was the very next day. He asked if he and a couple investors could come. We reserved seats for them and let them come. They heard Melanie actually read her entire essay at this symposium. They met with the principal and Melanie in the back of the room that day. 1 week later at the school, they met with Melanie's parents, people from the legal department at the school, and Melanie. Today, they are still, I think they're just about finished with it. But what happened was, long story short, Melanie Ramos received a grant from Georgia Tech University for $750,000, and she got she gained access to 3 of their top people, their top IT developers, to help make this a reality. And you guys, I'm telling you what, this opportunity for Melanie Ramos and all the kids, when you can see the hand of what is greater than us actually working through your work, through you and the people around you, you all, it is the most wonderful thing you could ever hope to experience in your journey. Melanie Ramos has most likely changed the wealth and abundance piece for at least the next 2 or 3 generations of her bloodline. An 8th grader. And so as we get out of here, this final show for 2021, which has been a hard year for so many of us, I want you to be encouraged. And I want you to ask yourself, just like we asked those 250 middle schoolers in Atlanta, how do you plan to change the world? Whatever it is, I want you to know that here's how I feel about this. Here's how I feel about this. We have all dealt and made it through some horrible, horrible things in our lives. I want you to know, I don't care where you're at right now or how you're feeling. My last thing for you this year is this. Everything, every person, every experience that has ever hurt you, every person, every experience, everything that has ever betrayed you, I want you to bless it, release it, and send it on its way. The moment I started doing that, my world began to change. And today, every abuser, I bless and I release it. Every liar that made up things about me, that talked crap about me, that wished horrible things on me, every betrayal that has ever happened to me, everything that ever hurt, every tear that I've ever cried, I am grateful for each of them and I bless them. Why? Because they all led me directly to you. There are many days I don't know if I could have gotten up and kept going if it wasn't for the fact that I knew you would be waiting here for me to come and open up this mic and this camera for us to come together. So I don't know if there's a line outside your door letting you know about all the wonderful things that you do in this world. But if that day should never happen, I want you to remember this moment right now where I am telling you, as sure as I am sitting here, that I could never, ever, ever have dreamed that any of this would be possible if it hadn't been for you showing up and supporting me. So God bless you all. Have the very best holiday season ever. Find the Melanie Ramos in your world. And just do whatever it is. Remember this. A little bit of something will always be better than a whole lot of nothing. I want to thank you all for a wonderful, wonderful year. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. We're going to knock it out of the park in 2022. Whatever I can do to support you, just let me know. Reach out. Now get out there and find that one E and that one R. Just find it and push it next to you. Hold one under each arm and know that you are already great. And now you have an E and have an R. You're going to make everything in your world greater. You're going to take kind to kinder. You're going to take bright to brighter. And you will take bold to bolder. Be encouraged, beautiful people. Be encouraged. I'll see you next year for another year of Bathrobe Moments. God bless you. Thank you so much.